We will be discussing few points very important here in this video, actually 3 or 4 points, but I want to show you this picture. So this is Ashkelon, a place in Israel, or I should say Palestine. It was taken over by the Zionists in 1948, and all of the people, around 10,000 or more actually, Palestinian, they were kicked out. They had 2,700 remaining, and then the Zionists eventually gotten rid of all of the Palestinians from this place. This is a beachside city on the Mediterranean, and this is a tourist spot. Now, I want you to understand or remember this word, tourist spot. A lot of visitors come here, and this is exactly where it is located. So this is Gaza, and this is Ashkelon, and as you can see, this is right by the side of the sea, Mediterranean Sea. Now, few things I want to make mention of why this is so important. This attack in this area by Hamas is because, as I said, remember this word, tourism of Israel. This city earns a lot of money in revenue from tourists from all around the world, and when this city is coming under attack, you can guess it, which is that Israel is not going to be receiving those tourists from the rest of the world, which would affect Israel's tourism industry. Now, there are reports that said as rockets launched, 2 of them were launched, only 2 by Hamas into this city of Israel. One landed on land, and the other one went into the sea. In other words, one was not successful. Hamas command center in Khan Yunis, southern Gaza, where the rockets were launched from. So again, from Khan Yunis, and their command center, the Hamas command center right now is there. IDF bombed Gaza humanitarian zone in response. They cannot find the Hamas's command center. Sometimes it is in southern Gaza, sometimes it is in the middle of Gaza, sometimes it is the northeastern of Gaza. In other words, the command center of Hamas, unlike IDF command center, it always changes its location, and therefore makes it easy for its maneuver and movement. So IDF, they're finding it very, very hard to target them. So what they do, they end up emotionally hurt the people of Gaza by targeting the humanitarian zone intentionally, because that's the best they can do. Now, I want to play a video here because I think it is something you should watch for not just entertainment but also for some lesson. Take a listen at this video.
Jewish American artist working in a time-based medium, I must note, I'm accepting this award on the 336th day of Israel's genocide in Gaza and 76th year of occupation. I believe it is our responsibility as film workers to use the institutional platforms through which we work to redress Israel's impunity on the global stage.
Absolutely. What we also have to emphasize here is that, guys, Hollywood movies, even today, a lot of the time we see they portray the Muslims as evil, as terrorists. They go to places like Afghanistan, Iraq, and they try to show the whole world that all the evil people are Muslims. And so they will show you a scene where a Western journalist or a Western individual was kidnapped by these so-called terrorist organizations or terrorist groups, and U.S. Marine, U.S. military, they would be on a roll to rescue those hostages. This is the theme of the Hollywood movies, unfortunately, in many of them. If you do see those movies, just turn your TV off. I'm telling you, just turn your TV off, because they are brainwashing you and me. But take a look at what is happening at the moment. People are not really buying this mainstream media of who is terrorist and who is not. I have just noticed a video that I think you should take a listen because this is very, very interesting. So this is Netanyahu passing by. I believe it happened in the States, United States, when he was visiting. Take a listen what this guy has to say.
Free Palestine! Palestine forever! Woo! See you, baby!
Okay, so that is unbelievable. Very, very disrespectful of Bibi, Benjamin Netanyahu. When he was passing by, somebody shouted at him and told him, "Free Palestine." Unbelievable. When we talk about Zionists and their propaganda, something I want to show you at the same time. How many Israeli hostages are in Hamas's captivity? 111 remaining. Maybe most 120. But how many Palestinians are in IDF terrorist captivity? Almost 10,000, and this is the figure from last year, November. Can you imagine how many they have right now? Or at least I would say 10-20,000, at least minimum. But they are crying for 111 hostages. And when you see Kamala Harris talking about we have to bring the hostages home, bring them home, she is only talking about this 111 people. She is only worried about this 111 people. She does not care about this 10,000 or 20,000 hostages, Palestinians who are going through tortures and rape and you just name it, abuse, all kind of. So yeah, I mean, Kamala Harris, you want to bring back the hostages, do it for both sides, not just one side. We are seeing that a growing number of people right now, they're getting frustrated and they can see the Western hypocrisy, and therefore some people are taking matters into their hands. For example, the Maher Diab, for the Jordanian truck or the lorry driver who assassinated 3 Israeli soldiers, was just one example. Now there is another escalation, and this time it is coming from somebody from Egypt. So Israeli army now saying that forces thwarted car ramming drug smuggling attempt at Egypt border, even though a lot of experts and pundits, they're saying this is not a drug smuggling. In fact, this is a attempt from a Egyptian driver to harm the Israeli soldiers. But Israeli forces stopped a vehicle suspected of car ramming near Israel's border with Egypt. The Israeli army said, quote, "Our forces chased the suspect and are conducting searches in the area," the army said. It is coming at a time when we have just seen a video from Hamas. They are now calling for more Arab youth to join this resistance. And he said that even though the governments of Jordan, for example, and Egypt would do nothing to help the people of Palestine, but the Arab youth, they cannot remain silent in the face of this oppression. Therefore, we are seeing now from Egypt part, from Jordanian's part, that some people are taking matters into their hands because the government again is doing nothing. The other point, which is that they said this is a smuggling, a gang-related stuff. But think about this. Recently, Egypt, they have boosted their military presence in the Rafah crossing, the Philadelphia corridor. Can gangsters really get through it, or would they dare to do it, to smuggle weapon or whatever it is, or drug, whatever it is? They will not dare to do it because there is military everywhere, there is army everywhere. So when Israel is saying this is a smuggling of gang-related stuff, we really have to question their common sense and what is happening right now. I'll be coming up with more updates as we do all the time. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. See you in the next video. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Take care.